Hello and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Year 2 Key Stage 1 English Grammar, Punctuation and Spelling Test. Previously, I've done videos on the arithmetic and the reasoning, so today we're going to look at the grammar paper. It's a good idea to look through this paper because this kind of gives you an indication of what the children need to know for their writing also. So the things that they learn and need to be able to identify and do in this grammar paper are also the things they should be showing in their writing. So that also helps to understand that as well. Let's get into it then. So as I say, we're doing the grammar paper and this is question 1. Tick the correct word to complete the sentence below. Max had to put on his coat, or put his coat on, blank, it was cold outside. So the children have to choose what's called a conjunction to go into this gap here. And the correct one is because. Okay, so they might read all of them and check all of them. Max to put his coat on because it was cold outside, and that would be 1 mark. Circle the adjective in the sentence below. So an adjective is a describing word, okay? We add more detail to nouns using adjectives. So things that are names of things, we can describe them using adjectives. And if I read this sentence, I can see a word that comes just before the noun, and that tells me that it's the adjective. I can see an unusual fish. Okay, that word unusual is describing the fish, so that's our adjective, and the children would need to circle that word. Question number 3. Tick the suffix that can be added to the word entertain to complete the sentence below. The children enjoyed the entertain in Year 6 assembly. Now, a suffix, the children will learn in Year 2, are letters that we can add to the end of words to change their meaning. Prefixes go at the beginning, suffixes go at the end. So which suffix would go at the end of entertaining? The children enjoyed the entertainful in the Year 6 assembly. No, I don't think it's that one. The children enjoyed the entertainment in the Year 6 assembly. Yes, so that would be the correct one that makes that word. So it would be here, it would be MENT, attainment, and that would make sense. Question number 4. Tick the sentence that must end with a question mark. So children in Year 2 have to identify different types of sentences, including questions. So if you read each one of these, you can only tick 1. Milo thought the bus might be late. Do you know where my shoes are? Ron wonders what ducks eat. I ask if I could finish my picture. Now, they make some of these sentences sound like questions, when actually there's only one that's an actual question. Do you know where my shoes are? You're wanting a response to that, so that's the actual question. Ron wonders what the ducks eat. That's just a statement. It's not actually asking you anything. Question number 5. Tick 1 box to show where the comma would go. Now in Year 2, the children must learn how to use commas to list things. And here you can see a list. And they have to identify where 1 comma would go here. Marek saw donkeys, cows and sheep at the farm. Now you wouldn't use a comma where you have an and, because they almost do the same thing. Okay, but you could put one here where you're listing donkeys and cows. Marek saw donkeys, comma, cows and sheep at the farm. So that would be the correct place. Circle the adverb in the sentence below. The children quickly looked for a good place to sit. Now in Year 2, the children have to start to identify different word classes. For example, nouns, verbs, adjectives and adverbs. Now an adverb, I always say to the children, is like an adjective for verbs. So the clue is it says add and then verb. It's a word that describes the verb, like how you would do something. The verb is the doing word, and if you find the doing word, looked, the adverb usually comes before that. Sometimes they end in ly, but not always. The children quickly looked for a good place to sit. So quickly is describing how they looked, and therefore is your adverb. Number 7. Add 1 full stop in the correct place below. My coat is bright yellow with shiny buttons. I like wearing it. Now really, the children should understand where you have a main clause, where everything makes sense in the sentence, okay, then that is a sentence and we need a full stop afterwards. Here, it's asking them to find the sentence and put a full stop at the end. Sometimes you can just read it and it helps you. So my coat is bright yellow with shiny buttons. I need to pause there. I like wearing it. That's also a main clause and it makes sense on its own. So the full stop would go after the word buttons. Which word can have the letters un in front of it to make it another word? Now remember I talked about a suffix. The children also need to learn about prefixes. They go at the beginnings of words, okay, and they also change the meaning. So we need to put un in front of one of these words to change the meaning. Untalk, unshout, undo, unplay. I need to undo my shoelaces. And that would be the correct one. So un would fit in front of this word and it would make sense. Question number 9. Add a different punctuation mark to complete the second sentence. It is very hot today. It is very hot today. Now, if I say it in that way, and we think about a really hot day, which is shocking, surprising, and you can't believe how hot it is, it's not a question. We've already got our sentence here with a full stop. So the children also need to know how to use one of these, an exclamation mark, to show when something is surprising, shocking, or an exclamatory sentence. Question number 10. Tense. Which sentence is written in the past tense? The children in Year 2 need to start writing in past tense and present tense. Simple past, simple present. Now, which sentence is written in the past tense about something that's happened in the past? The weather forecast is for snow. That's about the future, so it's not about that. The snow covers the trees. That's kind of happening at this moment in time, so maybe that will be present tense. The boy made footprints in the snow. We have this word made. Now, the word made is a past tense verb. If it was in the present tense, it would be the boy was making footprints in the snow. Made tells you that it happened in the past. So that is your past tense sentence. And then you might just read the last one just to double check that it's not that one. Question number 11. Write a different suffix on each line to complete Sam's and Katie's sentences. Now again, remember what I said about suffixes. They come at the end of words and they change the meanings of the sentences. I am a fast runner. I am a fast runner than you. So what would fit in that space there? I'm a faster runner than you. So ER would be the correct suffix. I am the fast runner of all. Here, EST. I am the fastest runner of all will be the suffix for that sentence and the suffix for that sentence. And that will be the correct answer. Question number 12. Tick the noun in the sentence below. So yes, children need to be able to identify nouns, verbs, and adjectives and adverbs when they get into Year 2. Nouns are names of things, usually people, places, and things. So, where is there a name? We baked, that's a verb, that's a doing word. Delicious is an adjective, a describing word. Cake is the noun. We ate it is another verb. So cake would be the noun. We would tick that option. Question number 13. Tick the two commands. So we've got two commands in this question here. So we need to tick two boxes. Now a command, as I like to tell the children in Year 2, is like a bossy sentence. Imagine an army drill sergeant telling you to do something, or maybe your mum telling you to go and tidy your room. Find the sentences that sound like they're asking you to do something or being bossy. Blackberry pie tastes great. That's not asking you to do anything, is it? Fresh blackberries are best. Neither is that. Put them carefully in the dish. This sentence is telling us to do something, isn't it? That's giving us a command, so I think that one would be a tick. A topping makes it really special. Bake it in the oven. Another sentence telling us to do something. They have these verbs, bake and put, and we call them imperative verbs or bossy verbs to the children. Question number 14. Which sentence is an exclamation? So children need to learn in Year 2 about these types of sentence which are exclamatory. Exclamatory sentences aren't just sentences that should have an exclamation mark at the end. They also need to start usually with the words what or how, and they can end with the words is and was. For example, what a beautiful day it is. What amazing skills you have, or what amazing skills the person was showing. So these are exclamatory sentences, and we're looking to tick one here. And the big clues are, do they end with what, start with what and how? Do they end with is and was? We are cooking today. That's just a statement. What are we doing later? A question. What a fast runner she is. This is the exclamatory sentence. It starts with the word what and ends with the word is. But notice they put one in there to try and trick the children, because although that word starts with what, it's a question and not an exclamation. Question number 15. The verbs in the sentence below should all be in the same tense. Circle one verb that needs to be changed. The children closed. Now we've got ed here at the end of this word, which means that this word is written in the past tense. Their books, packed their bags and stood behind their chairs. Another word that shows that this sentence should be in the past tense, but one verb is in the wrong tense. The children closed their books, and this should be packed their bags, because it's past tense, we need the ed at the end, and stood behind their chairs. So this is the word here that needs to change, pack. Question number 16. Which sentence is written in the present tense? So this time we're writing it as if it is happening at this point in time. It's not already happened, and the big clue we're looking for here is words ending in ing that tell us that those verbs are in the present tense. I went for a long run, that's past. I was playing a game. I am watching television. I walked the dog today. Tricky question, this one, because that is past. That's definitely past, but of these two, we can only tick one. Now, both have words that end in ing, but notice this word has the word was in it. Was is also a past tense word, whereas am tells us that we're doing it right at this moment. I am watching television, and therefore present tense. But a tricky question, that one. Question number 17. Write the word hasn't as one word using an apostrophe. Now in year 2, children have to learn about spellings using contracted forms, where you're taking out letters and adding in apostrophes, usually for informal writing. The fence has not been fixed. Now how do we turn has not into hasn't? H-A-S-N apostrophe T. That would be the correct answer. Notice how the O has been taken out and it's been replaced by an apostrophe. There's several other contracted spellings that children need to know how to spell in year 2, so check them out. Circle the verb in the sentence below. We went on a school trip. The verb is the doing word. So which word is telling us what the children are doing? It's went. So we would circle that word. And the final question on the paper is actually worth 2 marks. Use only the words in the box below to write a question. Remember to use the correct punctuation. Now the reason it's 2 marks is because some children might write a question using these words, as in can bees fly, with a question mark. Now that would be 2 marks because you've used the capital letter at the start and you've remembered to put the question mark at the end. But if a child wrote can bees fly and they forgot their punctuation, although they've written a question, they would only get 1 mark for that answer. If they were to write bees fly far, now that's not a question, that's a statement. That wouldn't be any marks at all. So children in year 2 need to know how to write and punctuate questions accurately. That's the end of the paper, only 19 questions. I hope you found this video useful. Like I say, try going through the paper with your child, or think about it as in the things we talked about today, the children would also need to be able to use in their writing. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel for more videos on primary education. Give the video a like if you enjoyed, and check out these 2 videos, which are walkthroughs of the Year 2 arithmetic paper and reasoning paper. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.